Hey, welcome to another Real Estate Lunchbox. You guys know how I do. My name's Leon, 20 years in the real estate business. I'm just reacting to some of this real estate content that's out here now. We're just going to react to some of this. High-ass property taxes. I'm not going to take too long getting into this because I always do and always got a bunch to do, but guaranteed, y'all know, this is the long form. This is the long form live stream. Do not make a comment and tell me to talk less because I'm not. But when I chop it up, you will definitely get a little piece of it in the short stream. And I'll keep it nice and short. We'll get right to the point. But yo, I'm in a silly mood today. I don't have too much to do. Well, that's a lie. I got a bunch of shit to get done. But I don't want to have too much to do. So my mind is going to be operating like I don't want to have too much to do. But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate you checking out the channel. It's your boy. I've been doing it for 20 years. And I love to share with you some of the craziest things I can sit down and talk to you about all day. We can pull out the charts. We can talk about numbers and rising. But no, I like to talk about the culture. More importantly, I love to see people reacting. And through this reaction, I love to give you some advice. Like, subscribe, follow for more content. I see you guys. Let's go.
So you're telling me that if I buy a house 30 years ago at $50,000, but the city develops really well and now the value of my house is at $2 million, you're telling me that I have to now pay taxes on $2 million, even though I have never seen a dime of that $2 million? I have not sold my house. This is not an investment property. This is where I live, and I chose to live, and I hoped to live for the rest of my life. But now you're telling me that I either have to sell my house or lose my house because I can't afford to pay taxes. And the taxes are probably more than what my mortgage was 30 years ago. You're telling me that if I give this house as an inheritance as a senior to my children and I pass away, they will either have to pay those property taxes for the rest of their lives, or they risk losing the house that I have worked so hard for all this time. Property taxes is a scam. And I understand that it pays for education and it pays for teacher salaries, but I think we need to find another way because homeowners are losing their homes every single day. If you look in the tax lien website in your state, you're going to see how many people are losing their homes. They probably paid those homes off. They probably have paid the majority of their mortgage, but they can no longer afford to pay taxes. And their mortgages go up. And if they have already paid it, now they have to pay this for the rest of their life. Or they risk losing their home to some investor that is going to buy your house for whatever the tax amount was that you couldn't afford, but they can. We need to start fighting against property taxes. It needs to either be regulated to stop going up as much, or it needs to be stopped altogether. We're paying we're paying enough money for our education. Like, there is a leak somewhere. This is too much. If everybody here owns their home and you don't have enough money to pay for the teachers' salaries and the education, then there's something wrong in the government and we need to fix it.
Yeah. I agree with her on that. These property taxes are crazy. They are out of control. But you got to realize when you put these people in office and they got to find a way to pay a bill, they're always going to look at the access to funds that they got available to them. And property taxes is low-hanging fruit at the end of the day. It's low-hanging fruit because you got to pay our teachers. We got to pay for our schools. We got to keep our kids educated. I believe there are other ways to go about doing it, okay? But for somehow, some way, the municipal machine keeps pulling people in, keeps the same broken system going, and people keep defending it. Next thing you know, they bringing in data centers. Next thing you know, they raising up taxes to cover playgrounds that they're building at the data centers for the children. It's crazy. It's crazy. They do it simply because we do not say anything about it. Property taxes, I personally believe, are a scam. There are some benefits that come from it, but there's a hell of a lot of other shit that we pay for through our property taxes that we can go without paying.
So my wife and I bought our house end of 2024. So we've been here for almost a year and a half. And this has been basically our mortgage payment every month, $37.41.72. And just as like insight into home ownership, our property taxes recently went up, exactly what it was, but yeah, that's our new amount right there, $45.36. So we went up $750 per month.
Ooh,
over $7,000 a year more.
Oh snap! That's his That's probably what's sitting there in his escrow.
Um,
Yeah, that's his escrow.
and most
Principal,
of it goes
interest,
to
escrow. Man, okay. People love getting these houses, but I keep telling y'all got to pay taxes on this stuff, and then you calculate insurance, and then you calculate the fact that insurance always changes. Taxes always change. Taxes never stay the same. Now, I know some of y'all over there laughing, like, that's why I rent. Why do you think your rent goes up? And then you complain, and it's great reaction content for me because I'm going to talk about the shit. But y'all get up there and complain, oh, the taxes, oh, my rent is going up because the taxes went up, bro. Sis, the taxes go up. And when the taxes go up, the owner's got to pay. And if that property goes into tax default, guess what? Somebody's going to be down at the county, and they're going to be buying those taxes. And when they buy those taxes, eventually you're going to have to pay those taxes to them in order to redeem your house back. Now, some people never get redeemed, so at the end of the day, they go into a foreclosure process and they lose their house off of taxes. And it's crazy. And last time I thought the dream was, I remember growing up, the dream was, listen, we just going to turn around and buy a house, pay off the house, and you're free. You're good to go. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, no. It's not what we thought it was. And when I tell buyers, whenever I'm working with them, that is not what you think it is. Okay? You're going to still be paying for it. Now, there are some benefits at the same time. One of the benefits is you fall behind on your mortgage. They have these forbearance programs. We saw it during 2020, during the 2020 time, COVID time. They were giving a bunch of programs out to people, and people were able to save their homes and stay there because the government stepped in. Now, it hit. The government doesn't want to step in. Trump said, oh, no. But, yo, this is it. This is what we deal with. This is it. So the forbearance that was put in place to keep people in their homes, that shit is going away. Just like the what is it? The student loans programs, all that shit is going away. So we gotta learn how to navigate this stuff, and I think it's gonna start by putting the right people in office that ain't gonna keep fucking this shit up and making you have to pay these crazy ass taxes. There are neighborhoods in Atlanta, not in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, outside of 285, where they're doing massive buildings, and I've seen it in places like Austell, Mapleton. The houses were like 150, 125K at one time, and they started building. And when they build and they got brand new homes, these brand new homes mean higher tax amounts because they're selling it for more, which affects yours. Tax bills, higher tax bills. So it's coming. It's like you buy a new house, just know.
Interest, obviously, as we know. But yeah, this is how people aren't able to stay in their houses forever and lose their houses. Crazy.
George W. Bush. Come to the front. Come to the front right now, goddammit. George W. Bush, you raggedy bitch. You are gonna pay for your crimes against humanity. Frankly, I don't think enough people are talking about what the fuck you did, because there's no way we should have this many stupid adults. I blame you. I blame you, and goddammit, I want you held accountable, because there's no fucking way we have this many grown-up morons. See, No Child Left Behind, it sounded good on paper, but here's the issue. When you hand kids passing grades that they did not earn, it creates a false sense of self and a false sense of confidence without the knowledge to back it up. And that's what we have. That's why we have so many uneducated, uninformed adults that are willing to argue you down with their whole chest, loud and wrong, because of you and that bullshit you pulled. I swear to God, I want you held accountable. Why is nobody talking about that? And why are the rest of us having to fucking pay for it? These bitches can't read. They can't read. They can't fucking read, George. Was that your goal with that bullshit? Because that's what we got. I'm out here fighting for my life. Fighting for my life. Trying to educate people. And I cannot get past. I cannot get past the fucking 5th grade level. You're going to have to see me. You're going to have to see me for sure. Because the shit you did 20 fucking years ago is making my life so fucking hard.
If you stop paying your rent.
You know, I didn't even know, I didn't realize how much these kids going through school. These are the funds that our property taxes pay for. They go through the school, they come out not knowing how to read, they come out not knowing how to do like the basic functions. Remember back in the day we used to use cursive? We used to have to write in cursive. That was a mandatory thing. It blew my mind that these kids do not have to write in cursive anymore. Like that's not a fundamental thing that you have to learn anymore. They don't know how to count past a certain point. You ever been into one of those grocery stores like one of the mom and pop dollar stores, or even like a dollar store, and you see a kid, teenager, don't let them be in their 18, 19 too, but typically they're younger than that. Sometimes they're 18 and 19. We got the hit where it hit. Listen, one thing you're going to find about me, I'm just going to say the shit. You don't like it, it is what it is. But they're 18 and they 19 years old. They can't even count. You have to actually check your pennies when you leave the store to make sure that they gave you the money right. God, Lord, don't let the cash register give them some type of wrong number. Don't fucking let them be looking at at it and they make a mistake and it goes off of the screen. Don't let none of that stuff happen that requires effort on their part. And it's not for all children, but it is there. It is very prevalent. Ignorance. Now, I'm wondering, was this a plot to dumb down America? To make it where you just plug into the matrix and you just make your monthly payments? You feed your energy back into the matrix. Okay? Your energy, everything that you exhort goes back into the matrix. The matrix has you plugged up to it for it. That's the purpose of the matrix. It needs your energy. It needs your focus. It needs your time. It needs you to exchange time for money. It needs you to exchange an hour for $13. And it needs you also, after you exchange that hour for $13, it needs you now to walk away with the $9, $8 that you make after you pay your taxes, Social Security, all those different things, and go pay for what you have to pay at home. It's crazy talk.
Your landlord will evict you, and if you stop paying your property taxes, the government's going to take your house. So really, you're always renting from somebody. It's just a matter of, are you renting from the landlord or you're renting from the government?
Do you want that or that one?
I don't know if I want that other one. I just don't know if I want this one either.
So what do you want?
Maybe we keep looking.
Madam, this is not a volunteer activity. I'm not just volunteering. It's not a court appointment.
One more, and I'll make a decision.
No, I've showed you 10 already now. How many do you want to say? They all look. So everything, the next possible one is between this one. So there's nothing new to be seen now. So if you don't think you like, I don't know, it's starting to look like, you know.
Yo, check out my man's flip-flops. Check out his shoes. Check out. He wearing a sports coat and a flip-flop. True African man now. Oh, no. True African man now.
Decisive. So, the ceilings are very high. The one we came from, the ceiling stopped here. I couldn't even, I'm not even that tall. I'm like 5'9". But my head was hitting the ceiling. That's the one you say you like. I don't understand how somebody, how old are you?
I'm 25, but...
How are you 25 and you want to hold a short ceiling, white refrigerator house that was painted blue? Blue color. Who paints anything blue?
Blue is cute.
Let's be going. It's okay. You took enough videos.
It just
right?
seems like you're upset, and I don't...
No, I'm not upset. I'm just saying, I've showed you everything now. So
Y'all,
that's how realtors be like. If your realtor is going to show you 5, 6 houses, love them. Especially if you under 500,000. Because you done looked at 1 million pieces of property already on the MLS system. You done flipped through and got alerts on 1 million pieces of property. Now, if you keep saying, hey, this one, I want to see this one, and you can't tell from the picture, discern if you really want to be there or not, and your realtor chops you off and says, no, we don't know how to go, that's your fault. This isn't your fault. We live in a new world now, guys. We live in a world where buyers agents have to negotiate their money, or they got to charge you up front. And if they charge your ass up front and you don't like it, okay, this might not be the time for you to buy a house. If you tell them go negotiate it on the contract, don't be surprised if that shit comes back higher. That's just the way it is right now. Nobody's making it up. This is why when people get up and they complain to the DOJ and say, hey, realtors make too much money, realtors doing this, and realtors forced it on me, this is what happens. Now it's going to go right down to the pockets of the buyers. And if you're a buyer and you don't know how to actually, if you're a buyer and you don't know the process, damn, don't try to don't go with ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, teach me how to buy real estate. What do I do next? There's a meme going on like that. And it keeps, every time it comes up in my TikTok trend, I'm like, damn, it's just too funny. Because it's true. That's the only thing that's left. Or you got to pay the buyer's agent to actually do the work. Do the work, do the work that you said they ain't do shit for. That's what they keep telling you. Agents don't do shit. So I'm laughing because I want to see some buyers go out and negotiate contracts for themselves. I want to see, you have to fill out that form. And in that form, it says, hey, if you fuck up, it's your responsibility. Ain't got shit to do with me. Okay. You got to do your own due diligence. You got to do your own work. You got to do the work that the person you say we pay too much for, or we don't pay it, or I can't pay them, or they not supposed to get paid. You got to do their shit.
Stuff, that escrow stuff that's been going around on this TikTok is real. So listen up, if you are a future homeowner, a current homeowner, or you're trying to get a construction on a new build, like this video is for you. Okay, so I purchased a home April 24th of 2024, okay? That is key. And I've been paying it on time, paying a little bit more than I have to because, I want to get this mortgage knocked out. Long story short, why I go on my app to check my mortgage status just to kind of see where I'm at, because some told me to check it, and my mortgage went up $400. $400, like $400. All right, so I'm crashing out. Like, I'm so crashing out. Like, I literally called the mortgage company. I'm like, yo, boom, check it. What's going on? I'm not behind. I've been paying on time. Like, how does your mortgage for a fixed mortgage go up $400? Like, I need some explanation. Like, y'all got to tell me something. The lady goes and tell me, ma'am, you had a shortage in your escrow. You had, like, let's say $1,700, $1,800 for your escrow, but your property taxes was $3,600. Anyways, when y'all new to the mortgage world, this sounds like Spanish. Like, what does that mean? Like, going back and forth with her, like, explain to me, like, you can't tell me what the shortage is. Like, what is it? So we go back and forth. Like, we on the phone like an hour, 28 minutes, y'all. No lie, because to me, I'm not going to agree to something that I don't understand. Like, I don't care if you have to break it down to, like, baby terms. You got to explain it to me so I can understand. I want to be off that call like, okay, I get it. My call has been resolved. So, boom, check it. Next. So at this point, she low-key don't really know too much of what she's talking about, because she kind of put me on hold several times, talking to a supervisor, coming back on the phone. Then finally, she mentioned that the amount that you owe is from the taxes, the property taxes on your property. You had about $1,800 for property taxes in your escrow, which escrow is like this account that kind of holds your insurance fees and your property taxes fees. She said that I only had $1,800 in there, and when they got the paper from my tax assessor office, I owed $3,600 for the property. So when she said annual, something dawned on me. Like, I said, ma'am, annual like the last 12 months, or annual, you just said annual because it's last year. She said the last 12 months. So now I'm like, okay, bet. I moved in there April 24 of 2024. I wasn't there 12 months. And the way she said it runs from October of the previous year to October of the current year. So, ma'am, I only need to be paying for May, June, July, August, September, October. October of last year up to April, I'm not responsible for that. Y'all not gonna get me for that. So then she was like, oh, well, ma'am, I seen this before. You need to get in contact with your tax assessor office. Well, there's two issues with that. Ma'am, if you've seen this before, we should have been on the phone for an hour and 28 minutes. You could have said, hey, maybe it's something to do with your tax assessor. You could have started that off 3 minutes into the call, but you didn't. So you really didn't know what you're talking about. But anyway.
You got to realize, when you go up to the tax assessor's office, when you go to any of these public places that have to do with these taxes, very rarely do you meet somebody that's locked in that can actually help you the first time out the gate. A lot of them don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand. Some of them don't. They know enough in their job to do it, and that's it. And damn, don't let them be having to do a bunch of stuff. The same people that they're told that they're supposed to serve and help, which is you and me, they more concerned with the paperwork that they got to move for the manager down the office, down the hallway, that they got to actually make feel good and make him feel like his attitude is like, she listened to me. They listened to me. They don't have time to help you. Okay, they don't have time to help you. You got to learn this shit yourself. These first time buyer classes need to cover a lot of this escrow shortage. Some of them do, and explain to you why you pay escrow. We need to go deeper and explain what these freaking escrow taxes typically go for. I know it's different in every state and in every county. I don't say every county is different. There should be some type of layout, basic, but it's left to the counties to run and the counties to tax, and you get what you get. So all you're gonna do is go to TikTok and complain. I'm gonna snatch down the video. I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice. This is for all y'all, so y'all don't go down the same road.
Boom, the next day, I call the tax assessor office. They say they don't do no prorations. The person who was supposed to do the proration would have been the closing office. You need to talk to the closing people. So I'm like, all right. So I'm back on the hunting trail. I call the closing people. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the tax assessor office said I should have gotten either like a refund check for the days that the previous owner/seller was responsible for the taxes, or I would have gotten a credit on my closing costs for the amount that he needed to pay for the time frame that it was under his name. All right, so boom, now I call the closing company. I call the closing company, and I'm trying to explain to the lady what the previous two people explained to me. First and foremost, let me tell you something. You guys going to have to advocate for yourselves, because nobody else is going to do it. Me and this lady went back and forth for like almost 30 minutes. She kept saying that the amount that I'm supposed to be charged is accurate, and that this, that, and the third, the cost is the cost. I offered to put her on the three-way with the tax assessor office because maybe I was not communicating it effectively. Maybe she wasn't getting what I was coming from. She was not picking up what I was putting down. I told the lady, hey, get the calculator out. We can go over the numbers. Numbers don't lie. She did not want to do any of that. She kept saying, they're going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you now. The amounts is accurate. We gave you a credit of $131. First of all,
Late.
131 compared to
Just lazy. Lazy and lying.
$3,600 for the year. Baby, you didn't give me nothing. So we're gonna dispute that. So then after a while, she literally says, look, I'm not gonna go in circles with you. Like, the cost is the cost. I don't know what else you want to tell me. So at that point, I got frustrated. I got sister girl on her. I ain't finna lie. It's Black History Month. You saying the wrong thing. So I told her, let me speak to your supervisor. She said, I got several supervisors. I said, let me speak to all of them. Give me a list of all of their names and the contact information. That's when she's like, wait a minute. It looks like we got off the wrong foot, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, I told her, I said, ma'am, you got 59 minutes to figure this out, because in 60 minutes, I will be up in that office. I guarantee you.
Damn.
Well, at that point, I called my husband because I'm letting him know what's going on. She called me within 20 minutes of being on the conversation, of being on the phone with my husband. Why she gonna say, ma'am, I just want to apologize. I sincerely want to apologize. Long story short, get this, y'all. Long story short, we charge you taxes based off of when it was a plot of land. So pretty much before my house was built on that land, they charged me the taxes on that land. The moment construction happened on that land, the tax was supposed to be appraised for the property of a structure on that land. So it went from $238 in property taxes a year for the land to $3,600 in property taxes a year for that land. So pretty much, homeboy, the seller, is responsible for 7 months. And I'm due a credit of over $2,000. But mind you, I would not have gotten to that position with her if I did not advocate for myself. So if you are building on a new land, a new construction on land, or if you just purchased new land, you need to call your let me save you the time. Call the lending closing company who did your paperwork and make sure that they're appraising taxes on the land that has a structure on it and not just the land. It will save you thousands of dollars, and you will be getting a refund check like myself. They're working on giving that check. And you can go ahead and give it to the mortgage company so that you are not in a due for escrow. You're not in a negative for your escrow. Learn from their mistakes, because I didn't make no mistake, but I did the due diligence to find out that there was an issue.
Hey, in real shit, my nigga, if you ever in life feel like you about to give up, bruh, give up, nigga. Everybody can't make it, bruh. Somebody gotta be left behind to tell the story, nigga. That might just be you. Play your motherfucking role, nigga. Play your role.
Hey, what she said about the taxes is on point. That's why I keep saying, if you buy these houses and they're about to be built, expect your tax bill to adjust. Doesn't matter. If you're in a neighborhood, you buy a townhouse, condo. If it's the first piece that's off of the block, if it's the first one in the subdivision, even if it's the 10th one in the subdivision, period. You got to remember, nobody lived in that place before, so they don't know how to tax it. They're only going to tax the raw land. You may get a lender, a loan officer that's good and she can aim and just get the number right. But quite often, you're going to find that. And it sucks more than anything. You know, the seller in that case was actually, the contractor was actually a builder. The builder was responsible for that. And that's the fucked up part. Yeah, go get your check, babe. Go get your check. The builder was responsible for it. Go get your check. Don't let him go because you need all your money, every last piece.
Go away. Hey. Say. No. Ah. Hey. Ah. Ah. Hey.
Dang.
Stop. Enough. Hey. No.
Ooh.
No. Hey. Hey. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Enough. No. Hey. Hey. Stop. Stop it. Go away. Go. Enough. Hey. Bad. Bad. Hey. Stop. Enough. Get. Go. Go.
The hell?
Stop it.
First of all, lady, you running around here, you don't have any bear spray. You know you're in Canada. Where's this wilderness adventure? Yeah, Canada. You're in Canada, and you do not have any bear spray. You're out there in the woods. You must have been looking for content, lady. You must have been looking for content. You had to been looking to videotape, record what was happening to you so you can get 1 million views when you put it online. That bear was going to rip the shit out of you. That bear was going to kill you. He was going to drag you and your dog. Your dog was going to try to bark and attack that bear. He was grab his head. He was going to grab his leg. He going to rip him just like that. Fido got ripped to pieces. Then after he rips Fido, he coming after your ass. And what you going to do? You going to pull out the phone, try to blind him with the light on the phone? That's what you going to do? You going to take your shoe off and throw it at him? That joker's standing up bigger than you and your husband stacked on top of you combined. Okay? And he probably stronger than both of y'all. He ain't got no stick. You ain't got nothing. And you walking through the woods of Canada, Ontario, Canada. And you know there's bears. Anyway, whatever, bro. See, common sense ain't common to some people. Anyway, whatever.
So I'm down here at City Hall, right? And I own this commercial building. It's 3 storefronts and 4 apartments. The whole time somebody bought the taxes on this property. Yes. So in Illinois, you got about a couple of years for the redemption period. Okay. But it's just a
damn. He said a couple of years in Illinois before the redemption process is ended. You got time. A couple of years. That's so much grace, bro. That's so much. But then again, they gonna charge y'all off the yang up in there in Chicago because they ain't got nobody. They don't have no flagship businesses downtown. They got a few of them, but the tax dollars for Chicago and downtown Chicago has shifted to the burden. That tax burden has shifted to the people who live there. Lincoln Heights, I saw y'all 135% taxes. Woo, man, I could not live in Chicago. Y'all can keep it.
Just a reminder, like, you don't necessarily never own nothing. And they just tax you for everything. So y'all taxing me on property taxes. I get my work check. Y'all taxing me on that. I go to the store after my work check to buy something at the store. I get taxed on that even more. And not to mention y'all tax me on my property, but y'all could take my property if I don't pay my taxes. That's crazy.
And for free. So you first want to look at the assessed value, and this is the market value of the home. You can find this online on your county's clerk website, and you're going to be protesting the value and not the actual tax amount. Then you want to gather your evidence. So check the county website for any errors, square footage, number one mistake they normally have. You're going to take pics of the condition, look at market data, anything to lower the assessed value. Then you'll file an appeal, and you'll file this with the county's tax office. They'll review your file with the evidence you provided and schedule a hearing.
Oh, hi. I'm Bailey Moreno.
What's up, Bailey?
So you see, you can dispute these taxes. I'm going to click in a link for Onwell. Onwell is a tax disputation, a tax service where you can dispute the tax on your bill. They don't charge you anything up front to do it. I thought it was very good. I started it with mine, worked out very well. You'll be able to jump on there. They'll go ahead and do the dispute work. Everything is done remotely. And after they're done, you'll get notification on where everything lands. Okay. To me, it avoids you having to go down to the tax assessor's office, go through the whole process of filing and all that. They do a really good service, And click the link after I put it up there. The tape, this goes live. You'll get 10% off of your next deal. Next dispute you file. Hopefully you only file one of them. We're not having to file any. Let's start this from the top.
And schedule a hearing.
Oh, hi. I'm Bailey Moreno.
What's up, Bailey?
I'm going to tell all of you in Atlanta why I should be your go-to realtor.
Realtor?
As a real estate agent in Atlanta, I am skilled at protecting my clients' best interests.
That sounds good, but do you have a navel piercing?
You recall hundreds of details at the drop of a hat.
Okay, you're obviously qualified to handle the most important financial transaction of my life. But what's going on in the market?
It's overpriced, sat for 18 days, and just had a price reduction yesterday.
I don't see no reductions.
And that's why you should choose me, Bailey Moreno, your future agent.
More importantly, you should come see me, Paul Ollinger, at the Atlanta Punchline Comedy Club on Thursday, May 21st, with my buddy Paul Farivar. It's 2 Pauls, 1 show at the Atlanta Punchline Thursday, May 21st. Who knows? Maybe Bailey will be there.
Hey,
This is such a lovely house.
Atlanta Punchline is dope. Yo, you guys get shout out from me from that over there. I like it. It's funny. A lot of good funny shit. All right, cool. Let's go with this one.
This is such a lovely house. I think I'll live here forever. I'm going to pass this on to my kids. Oh, man. The American dream is alive and well. Everything breaks in this fucking house. I'm going to put this piece of shit on the market and let some private equity firm deal with it. The American dream is dead. I hate it here. Oh, you just have to reset the router?
Why is it that friends and family will come to you, ask you for real estate advice, right? And then turn around and use another realtor. And then when something goes wrong, they come back to you wanting you to fix it. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time comprehending that thought process. So maybe somebody knows something that I don't know, but help me out.
Don't move to the suburbs if you don't know how to act.
I hate it. I hate it when I get friends and I get relatives that just run off. Now you're going to say, Leon, you should be putting them on some drip campaign. You should be marketing to them. All those things are right. You're 100% right. I should be calling them, hey, dude, just checking to see how the baby's doing. How's everything going with that? Yo, you looking to buy or sell a house? You would hope that they would remember, especially when they see you posting content all over the place. So you always got some live stream. You're always talking some shit. You're always going viral on some shit. You figure that they would actually call you. Hell no, they won't. I don't know if it's the shame of not having people in your business or you just don't want them in your business. Maybe they just don't trust you. You're good enough for the chicken to come over for the barbecue, but you're not damn good enough to help me find a house. Oh no. I get a chance to rant on live streams, right? I don't fucking gotta. This is gonna be cut up and edited for short form. Not short form, not short form, but But let me get it out. It happens. If you a realtor and you're watching this, damn, it doesn't even have to be real estate. It can be insurance. It can freaking be contracting. It could be plumbing. It could be, damn, if you needed a plumber, you would call your cousin, say, man, yo, cuz, yo, my thing, my house flooding. You'll call him in a second. Electrician, and you know I know why. Because that shit costs money all around. I had an electrician change out one of my sockets. Damn, he charged me $85 to $100 to change that socket off. You know what I did after that? I learned how to change fucking sockets. I know how to change sockets now. I will shut down half of the house and change that socket. I don't care if the AC is off. Y'all gonna sweat it. I ain't paying $185 for nobody to come in here and do nothing. Okay? Or $85 for them to come in and do nothing. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But when you talk about realtors, it's easy. Because you know you're gonna have Fred over there, and you like Fred. You like how Fred walks, how he moves. Fred ain't gonna tell you the secret stuff that you need to know. Fred hasn't bought more houses than your cousin or your aunt or me. Fred hasn't done that. Fred doesn't do that. Fred is I'm gonna get a lead and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna help him find a house and I'm gonna cash a check. That's what Fred is. Fred is not, I'm going to give you all the advice. I'm going to talk to you for a couple hours. I'm going to make sure that you make the right damn decision. And if you make a decision that I'm against, I'm going to make sure you sign the damn paperwork that says, listen, he told me this and I changed my mind. I went with this other way. And that's cool. Fred's not going to have you sign that paper. With Fred, you do what the hell you want to do. Fred is only concerned with getting the check. That's all Fred's concerned with. And it's cool because we work for checks, right? We do. But remember that the next time you have an auntie, you have a cousin, you have someone you know that has a real estate license and you want to go mess with Fred and Bob or David or Janice.
Do not. We're good over here.
I'm live streaming. I can take this shit back for a minute. Let's take this back for a second. All right. Remember that. Remember what I told you. Remember what the guy on YouTube told you. Stop using these strangers. They don't care as much about you. But you know, if you find one and you feel your friends and your family don't care as much and they got a license and you want to go mess with a stranger, just go mess with the stranger. It's all right. You have a free will to do whatever you choose to do. We just not invite you to the barbecue.
Don't move to the suburbs if you don't know how to act. Do not. We're good over here. We respect one another. We are building families. We don't want the riffraff over here. Okay? I notice that when the wrong type of people start to move in, you can easily spot it. And it's like if you're coming from a different way of living, I'll put it that way.
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's up with that. That audio's dragging, right? This audio's dragging. You're not gonna make me lose my reaction. I'm gonna react to this shit. Watch me. Come on, let's go.
Suburbs if you don't know how to act. Do not. We're good over here.
Dude, that audio's off completely right there, even when she gets into it. And she's right about that. Move to the suburbs. Know how to act if you move to the suburbs. Please. Damn.
Come and assimilate. Two. Do not.
On my side or
we're good over here. We respect one another. We are building.
He wanted land, I wanted a porch, so here we are.
This is Selena Contreras' dream home. She shares it with her husband and dogs.
It's like you're in the country, but you're not.
Nestled on 7 acres, affordable acreage too, Selena's home value's been around $200,000 for the past several.
Huh. Interesting. Well, you know, shit. This is how shit happens. Sometimes when you stream live, it happens. This is life.
Come and assimilate.
Don't know why her voice is still playing. Don't understand it. But who cares? At the end of the day, hey, I'm about to be out. I'm 40 minutes on this. I ain't letting this thing even make me disturb my peace. What else is this? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me see.
This house is generally close to worth $220,000. You're going to...
Don't know what's going on. Who cares? Whatever. Hey, guys, I will be back on Friday with another reaction video, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hear the whole thing. We're not going to have any delays. Shit like this just happens. It's just part of life. Hey, like, subscribe, follow for more content. Go check out some of the other videos that's on my YouTube screen. Team, I appreciate you guys that keep shooting me viral when I edit this stuff. And it's crazy. We're about to hit 3,000 members, 3,000 subscribers on this channel, and 1,000 subscribers for complete monetization on the other channel. That's true, because we dropping hits all over those places. And hey, it is what it is. Like, subscribe, follow. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.